Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Bubbles Barrage, the show where I make two characters fight for your and my enjoyment. So, today's episode we have metal sword summoning people. Our first contestant is Adhesive Mailbox, as you all know. I'm not going to go through his story because, you know all that. He has a decent amount of HP, defense, attack, strength, not very much mobility, especially aquatic mobility. He has a decent amount of intelligence. He's a small bit larger than a human, and his charisma is not that high, considering he is a mailbox. I mean, look at that face. Like, seriously. He has the ability to summon an axe, a sword, a blaster, a tennis racket. He can heal people somewhat. He has a shield, and he has a booster. He can teleport things that are inside of his mouth, like stuff like that, and then he can bite people, I guess, because like that jaw, And now we have Jim Lake Jr. from Troll Hunters. He's a human, so he does have the HP disadvantage. He protects Trollkind. He has the Troll Hunter Amulet, which is the source of his powers. He can lift a full-grown troll. So, he lifted Enrique, which is a changeling. But the thing about trolls is they're made of stone. So he basically lifted a large rock. And he lifted half of the weight of Drawl, which is a troll about the size of a cow. Like, probably 2 times larger than himself. And he lifted that with no problem. So, yeah. That's pretty OP. He stopped Gunmar, which is a pretty evil dude, I would say. His best friend is Toby, who has a hammer. So if you want to see a rematch between Adhesive Mailbox and Skipper versus Jim Lake Jr. and Toby, then comment that you want that, because stuff. And his sword can cut through solid stone, because he killed the trolls with the sword, and the first day he had the sword, it cut directly through stone. So that's pretty OP, I would say. Yeah, he doesn't have that much HP, because again, he's a human. His defense is pretty high, because he's wearing armor, with that nice chainmail and steel plate. Pretty good. He's a pretty high attack, again, can cut through stone. Very high strength, because he can lift rocks. Although, Adhesive Mailbox actually beats him in the strength department, because Adhesive Mailbox, he's like a robot, so like, yeah. Mobility, he's certainly better than Adhesive Mailbox in that department. His intelligence is pretty high. He managed to outwit many trolls and other things. His size is not that much, because he's like a human, so he's like human sized, like probably 5 foot, like 6 or something, I don't know. Definitely not that big, since he is like a teenager human. And then his charisma is pretty high, because he's a human, and he also is basically a superhero in his own world. He has Daylight, which is his sword. He has his armor. He has his double blades that he gets from the triumbric stones. He has his shield and his Eclipse armor, which is basically way more powerful than his regular armor, but he can only activate it when he tries to kill Gunmar, so he can never activate it again, because, so it's kind of useless on here, but I don't care. So, yeah, let's get down to the fight. Yeehaw. Now, Adhesive Mailbox is going to be very mad at me. But the reason why Jim wins is Adhesive Mailbox always fights enemies that use projectiles or use blunt force weapons. Like when he fought Hip Hopper the Android. Hip Hopper the Android doesn't use blades, no one he fights uses blades, you know? Jim, on the other hand, he's fought many people who use blades, like Gunmar, Bular, and Numura and stuff. So he is very well equipped at battling that kind of opponent. Also, his super overpowered strength and attack. He can lift up grown trolls, and he can cut through stone while not even trying to. Okay, this guy is super overpowered, especially against this adhesive mailbox, okay? Sure, adhesive mailbox has a more variety of attacks, and if he was able to get distance, then maybe he could study his attacks and, do stuff like that. But it's quite a stretch to say that adhesive mailbox would win that battle. The only thing that adhesive mailbox has is increased HP and size, which is not that important in this battle. But if you want to see a rematch between Jim and Toby and adhesive mailbox and Skipper, then just say that you want the rematch and stuff. So, yeah. Goodbye.